Now turn the headphones up this way. Yeah.
So up we out with dawn. 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 So up we out with dawn.
When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, y'all, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east.
I used to wake up every morning, boy, and all I seen was mess. Plus the shit that I was dealing with, all I seen was stress. Now I really know the truth, and I understand what hurting niggas. Beast of the fields, they eat us up, and they hurting you. UPK is what I'm repping. Siamese a weapon. Some of you niggas playing, but me, I'm really stepping. The mission that I'm on is waking up all our people. Show them we are the greatest. Nothing about a sequel. Them heathens, they gon' learn. Them heathens, they gon' burn. Esau is about to fall, then Jacob is all turned. They been fucking with the chosen, so they gotta pay. Revelation 13 and 10. Tell me, what does it say?
So up we out with dawn. So up we out with dawn. So up we out with dawn. So up we out with dawn.
When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, y'all, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, y'all, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east.
The blood that's in my veins descends straight from the greatest. All of my toolies blow, but that 40 know it's my favorite. And we losing all our babies to this crazy shit we represent. For the money in the world, nigga, this crazy shit ain't making sense. We the children of the light, and we fighting all the darkness. The way I'm stacking ammo, my bitches thinking I'm heartless. Them devils get the smile and got you thinking that he harmless. Remember Oklahoma? That is where them cracker bombs. The pain will make you wake up. You know they really hate it. They turn the truth into a lie. That's the shit they gotta pay for. The mission that I'm on is waking up all our people. Show them we are the greatest. Nothing about a sequel. Yeah.
So up we out with dawn. 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 So up we out with dawn.
When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, y'all, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, y'all, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east.
All right, clap it up. Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Economic Practical Knowledge, started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Commanding General Yohana. This is a Tuesday night Brotherhood class. I'm Precinct Officer 50, the Cardio Baghdad. And tonight, until Al Shimon shows up, you know what I'm saying, I'm be holding the class. You know what I'm saying, let me get into these scriptures. Now, being that everybody, if you don't know, the feast dedication is coming up. You know what I'm saying, it's going to be December 25th. And this next Wednesday, actually, Salakia. Next Wednesday, we're going to be celebrating as a nation. We're going to be celebrating the recapturing of the temple. You see what I'm saying? As there was a time in Israel when our people sinned against our God, and of course, he sent another nation against us. You see what I'm saying? To punish us for our sins. So the Maccabees, Judas Maccabeus, his brothers Simon, Peter, and Father Mattathias, you see what I'm saying? They fought to get their temple back. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's a long Christ, young man. Call you a long Christ out. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Austin, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Young brother in school. You know what I'm saying? That this is what the Maccabees fought for. You know what I'm saying? They like I was like, back. Let me try to get off topic. Like I was saying was the Maccabees they fought. You know what I'm saying? What means hammer in the Hebrew. What the Maccabees fought for, they fought for their nation. You see what I'm saying? They fought for their people, for their children after them. You see what I'm saying? They fought for their right. You see what I'm saying? They fought for the right, to be called to be called a Jew. You know what I'm saying? To profess, you know what I'm saying, your heritage. You see what I'm saying? Because there was a time where a man could not even say he was a Jew. You know what I'm saying? As the book of Second Maccabees, I believe it is. A man couldn't even profess to be called a Jew, to be a Jew, or to celebrate the high holy days. You see what I'm saying? But because you have wise men and courageous men in this truth that decide to stand up for this truth, we have the privilege. You see what I'm saying? The privilege and the honor to celebrate celebrate what they fought for. You know what I'm saying? With that, I'm gonna get to my first scripture of the night. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 24, verse 33, where it says, I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy and leave it to all ages forever. Verse 34, behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom. You know what I'm saying? You see this young brother in the school right here, young man Cario. You know what I'm saying? This brother is coming to the school at a young age. I believe he's 16. You know what I'm saying? Coming to the school at a young age. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Maccabees fought for. So young men can have guidance. You know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't have to turn to bad influences. You know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't have to turn to the streets. You know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't have to turn to the white man's military. You know what I'm saying? They built they built their army, so these young brothers can have an army to come to, so that they can have a Lord to serve. You see what I'm saying? Our other brothers and sisters out there, y'all are finna celebrate Christmas on the 25th. On the other hand, y'all finna celebrate Christmas. You see what I'm saying? Because that is a God you serve. You see what I'm saying? You serve a God that got everything to do with trees. Why is that everything with black people that deal with trees is bad? You see what I'm saying? We were hung from trees. You see what I'm saying? Marijuana is a detriment to our people. You know what I'm saying? You can go as a slang for marijuana is trees. You see what I'm saying? And what else? Now you got these Christmas trees that are finna go up in our people's houses. You see what I'm saying? Our people that our children are finna be bowing down at their feet. You see what I'm saying? And from a young age, you have children bowing down to a damn tree. You see what I'm saying? Which is despicable. You know what I'm saying? You think our forefathers fought for our children to be bowing down at the knees of the trees of a heathen? You see what I'm saying? You know that is the worship of Nimrod. You see what I'm saying? Nimrod was not an Israelite. You see what I'm saying? And Nimrod was a heathen man. I believe he was a Cushite. You know what I'm saying? He was a heathen, and regardless, he was not Israel. You know what I'm saying? What does the Bible say? Envy not thou oppressor. I'm gonna pull that. Because our people have to be taught. Because if we're not taught something righteous, accurate, and correct, you know what I'm saying, we'll be steered away from the truth. And that's exactly what's been happening. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what's been happening for these past 400 plus years. Here's right here is Proverbs 3 and 31. It's a lot. Let me pull it real quick. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31, where it says, I'm going to start at verse 1, where it says, my son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. You see what I'm saying? But the Bible says heart. You know what I'm saying? It's not talking about your actual heart, it's talking about your mind. You know what I'm saying? Solomon said here, he said, my son, forget not my law, but let thine mind keep my commandments. You see what I'm saying? Celebrating Christmas, getting the Christmas tree, having Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? All that is not sorry. It is not the commandment from the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Those are commandments he told you to stay away from. You see what I'm saying? What did Solomon say? He said, this is what I meant to bring out earlier. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. You're going to have, you have, as blacks and Hispanics, parents, right? Next Wednesday on the 25th, if you said we're not celebrating Christmas this year, you take the Christmas tree out the house, you take the gifts and all that, you take the lights down, and you throw away the Christmas ham and that whatever the hell else they got in there. You know what I'm saying? And I think the last time I celebrated Christmas was between 2012 and 2013. I was like 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen a Christmas tree in my house since. You know what I'm saying? Most high in Christ. That's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? And they haven't thought about one. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what our children need. That's what I was going to say. If a father or a mother said, we're not celebrating Christmas this year, and they took down all the Christmas decorations, you know how many children would be crying? You know how many children would be heartbroken? And that's why a lot of our parents, and that's why a lot of our people, a lot of our mothers and fathers, they choose to buckle down and they choose to celebrate it anyway because they don't want to see the kids cry. You see what I'm saying? It's better the kids cry over not getting the damn Christmas present than them crying over your dead body because the Most High has unalived you, but celebrating these unholy days. You see what I'm saying? These ain't no damn holidays. These are unholy days that our people are celebrating. And our people used to get unalive for celebrating on holy days. You see what I'm saying? The only holy days we're supposed to be celebrating: Passover, Feast of Tabernacles, Feast of Dedication. You know what I'm saying? The Day of Atonement. You know what I'm saying? The ones that are people, the ones that are subjected to our people. You see what I'm saying? Those are the only holy days that our people are supposed to be celebrating. And all these things that's outside of the holidays I just named, that are confirmed as good, as correct to celebrate. You see what I'm saying? They are detrimental to our people. They destroy our people. You see what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, it's one of the reasons why the Most High God has to come and get us, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't stop. You know what I'm saying? It don't stop at Proverbs 3 and 31. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get the rest of it. It says, and choose none of his ways. You know what I'm saying? Choose none of his ways. Who gives a damn about Christmas? Who gives a damn about Santa Claus? You know what I'm saying? Who gives a damn about some 500 pound devil coming down your chimney in the middle of the night? You know what I'm saying? Trying to trying to take in the credit for something that you worked all year to get your kids. You know what I'm saying? You just lying to your children, man. And somebody else gets the credit for it. You know what I'm saying? They talk about Thanksgiving, they talk about thankful for this, I'm thankful for that. You turn around and you get that child something he don't want for Christmas. That child gonna show you how thankful he is. You see what I'm saying? The little rotten slacky. That child gonna show you as a parent how grateful that child is. You just say how grateful and thankful that child. Don't you know that there's kids who don't have a damn thing, kids who are living underneath bridges. You know what I'm saying? Kids that are living in CPS. You know what I'm saying? Kids that are caught up with the system. So the kids that have nothing, and you taking your money, and instead of giving it to the school, will be used towards a righteous purpose. You give it and you dedicate it towards Santa Claus. You dedicate your money, your hard-earned money that you slaved for, to a damn tree that you gonna put up to collect dust at the next day. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to fan that tree out next year. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna spend how much is I don't even this damn I ain't saying a shame, but I don't even know how much the damn Christmas tree costs. How much does a Christmas tree cost? A Christmas tree cost. Look at this: $39, $125, $40, $1,100, $540. That's from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? This is our people that are being destroyed. You see what I'm saying? And they're being destroyed. And long part, sir. So I also get grown by the Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Sister Mia said, I'm not lying to my kids. That's right, sis. You don't lie to your kids. You know what I'm saying? And you also got to remember, by not lying to your kids, it will make them more moral. It will give them more respect for morality. It will give them more of a respect for telling the truth. It will make them respect the truth more. You see what I'm saying? Because eventually, as those kids get older, y'all think those kids are gonna be 5, 6, 7, and 8 for all their life. Those kids are gonna get older and they're gonna get smarter, and they're going to realize that Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the origin story of Thanksgiving, you see what I'm saying, the Halloween is not real. They're going to realize there's no such thing as Santa Claus. There's no such thing as the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, or a monster underneath my bed. You know what I'm saying? As parents, as overlords of your house, you are all. If you choose to celebrate those those unholy days, then you are those demons. You are those false pagan gods that your children look up to. Because you just to think about it, you look at Santa Claus. There is no Santa Claus. You put those gifts under the tree. You look at the Tooth Fairy. There is no Tooth Fairy. You put that money, you put that dollar or $5 under your children's pillow. You know what I'm saying? You look at Halloween. There ain't no damn monster underneath your bed. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no monster in your closet. There ain't no ghouls and goblins. That's your parents that are right up. Those are your parents and the outside influence promote that BS to you. You see what I'm saying? And as parents, it is so beneficial that you lead your children in the correct way. You see what I'm saying? But you put your children through the fire. You see what I'm saying? You put your children through the fire. You know what I'm saying? You cause them to go astray. You know what I'm saying? With that, and really the whole reason why people celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and birthdays and these other worldly holidays is because it's like Sister Sylvia said, no more lying. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? No more lying. The only reason why people celebrate these so-called holidays is for two things: women and children. Men don't give a damn about these holidays. You know what I'm saying? They do this for women and children because you try to appease the tears. You try to appease the emotions of women and children because you don't want your rib to give you the side eye. You don't want your children to grow up hating you because daddy won't let them celebrate Christmas or their birthday this year. You see what I'm saying? But a child of the UPK, the only thing a child of UPK knows is high holy days. You know what I'm saying? I got nieces and nephews that are going to be at the Feast of Dedication next week. Babies that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? 10, 11, 12, teenagers. And all they know is high holy days. They don't know no damn Christmas. You know what I'm saying? They don't know no Thanksgiving. But I tell you one thing, they do know the Feast of Dedication. They do know the Passover that's coming up in April. You know what I'm saying? They do know the Feast of Tabernacles. They do know the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You know what I'm saying? They do know those feasts. They do know those high holy days. That's what our children do know. You see what I'm saying? With that, let me get to the scripture. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. You see what I'm saying? As parents, as I don't want you, it is your job. It is our job to make sure our children are being influenced by being influenced. Oh, sorry. It is our job to be. It is our job to make sure that our children are being properly and righteously influenced. You see what I'm saying? They don't need to hear Glorilla's and Kaylani's new Christmas banger. Who gives a damn about that damn song? They don't need to hear Mariah Carey's Christmas special, whatever the hell it's called. They don't need to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? They need to be hearing what the brother was saying at the beginning of the song. When we go to war, you turn to the east. You turn to face the east. But rocket thing, how about your house shot? The water, how about your house shot? You see what I'm saying? That is what they need to be learning. They don't need to be learning no damn deck the halls with boughs of holly. You know what I'm saying? You are decorating your homes with boughs of paganism and folly. That's what you decorate your homes with. That's what you decorating your halls with. You see what I'm saying? That's what you are decorating your children's minds with. That's what you are putting up and setting up camp in their minds with. It's Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And Jingle Bell Rock. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking excuse me. You know what I'm saying? And Jingle Bell Rock and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what you are conditioning your children. That's how you are training your children to serve and respect pagan gods. Let's see what they come into the country that's more black. You know what I'm saying? Most High Christ says, you know what I'm saying, this is what the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the white man fly over the whole world, you know what I'm saying, in under 24 hours, dropping off presents. You see what I'm saying? Like he's supposed to be the angel of Passover or something. You say the white man is the damn devil. And you know, the white man is even more of a goddamn devil because he sits back and he tells us that out of anybody's birthday, guess whose birthday is? Guess whose birthday is December 25th? You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you, they're gonna tell you that. They're gonna be like, oh, this is just like they're gonna tell you, oh, it's proper to celebrate Christmas because Christ's birthday is on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Christ's birthday was not on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? You talk about Christ's birthday was on Christmas. If Christ's birthday was on Christmas, nigga, I got a Rolls Royce outside. If Christ's birthday was on Christmas. But you know what? I can show you. You know what I'm saying? I can't show you today. But we all know that Passover is between March and April, right? Around that time. In the month of Abib, according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Around March or April. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's exactly what our people, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about slack here. My bad. And we all know that Passover, if you didn't know, Passover, you know what I'm saying, the biggest high holy day there is in the nation of Israel, when the Lord brought us out of Egypt, you know what I'm saying, through warfare and blood. By unaliving every firstborn son of those filthy ass Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? What 2,000-3,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That is one of the biggest high holy days in the nation. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that if you didn't know, that's between March and April. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, let me get into this book. I'm gonna debunk this whole thing that Christ's birthday was on December 25th. You see what I'm saying? They gonna tell you that Christ's birthday was on December 25th, and they lying. You know what I'm saying? The white man is lying. You know what I'm saying? Listen to this right here. This is the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 41. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. I just gave you a brief history of the Passover and how important it is to our people. Verse 42. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. So it said when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. You know what I'm saying? This is around the time of Christ, around the time he turned, around his age turned. You know what I'm saying? From the age 11 to 12. You know what I'm saying? So if Christ's birthday is from between March and April, they say, well, it really doesn't matter. Why the hell are they saying that his birthday is on December 25th? Because they know that Christians, you simpleton, you dumb, duplicitous, beetle-headed Christians are going to fall for that. They know that you're going to say, hey, you know what I'm saying? You're going to say if Christ's birthday was just on Christmas, it's holy. You know what I'm saying? They can't even show you in the Bible what Christ's birthday is on Christmas. Where did that come from? Probably came from some damn heathen. But you know what? You know what the Bible says? The book of Ecclesiastes says that the end of something. I believe says that. Let me just pull it. Let me just pull it. Ecclesiastes. Here it is, Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. You know what I'm saying? Because birthdays only appear, the word birthday only appears 2 times in the Bible. And both times they appear, they are both attributed to a heathen celebrating. Now, one time in the Bible do you see where Israelites are celebrating the birthday. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what? I could probably assure you that if we were celebrating birthdays, it was during the time we were sinning. Because birthdays, celebrating the birthdays, glorifying yourself and glorifying yourself is and boasting yourself is your sin because people act the ugliest on their birthdays. People act the most entitled on their birthdays. You know how many birthday parties get shot up? You know how many fights and family royal rumbles there are in during birthdays? You know how many times you got to see that uncle you don't like, and you got to see that aunt you don't like. Your mama and your auntie got to get into a fight because they both bought two different trays of macaroni and cheese. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all saw that, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? They got to get into a fight over simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? Over days that don't even mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Because these days that you sanctify, these days that you make holy to yourself, you say they're evil. They got demons all throughout them, and they put demons on you. You know what I'm saying? This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 8. It says, "Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof." You know what I'm saying? And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. You know what I'm saying? You got these people, their birthdays, they are proud as hell, proud as ever. You got brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? Brothers act ugly on their birthday. Brothers act ugly on their birthdays in general, but sisters, when that birthday come around and you got a man or you got friends or you got family members and they don't get you a gift that you want, that you expect, that you think that you deserve, all hell gonna break loose. All hell gonna break loose, which is a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? You just a spoiled brat. You see what I'm saying? You are spoiled. You know what I'm saying? And that stems from childhood. That stems from your parents allowing you and encouraging you to celebrate these damn wicked ass holidays. Excuse my language. This stems from you as your childhood, your parents encouraging you to celebrate these wicked holidays. You see what I'm saying? They tell you, oh, it's Christmas. You run down the stairs in the morning to go see what your mom and Santa Claus got you for Christmas this year. You know what I'm saying? Santa Claus got you a pair of socks and some shoes from City Tree that you made. Santa Claus got you some socks and shoes from Walmart. He got you the Shaq shoes from Walmart, and you mad because you think you deserve some Jordans. You see what I'm saying? And that same when you tear up the whole damn house. You tear the Christmas tree. You tear up the box. You throw the shoes and the socks that your mom and daddy brought to the fireplace. You know what I'm saying? Because you think you deserve some Jordans. You think you deserve what's the new PlayStation? A PS5. You think you deserve the new GTA 6. You know what I'm saying? You think you deserve the new game system. You know what I'm saying? You think you deserve Burberry. You know what I'm saying? These are all these holidays, Christmas, Valentine's Day, birthdays, they're all synonymous and they all cater to one audience mainly, is women and children. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that's what people are going to be hit in the heart. That's where the people are going to sympathize. That's where they know that people are going to have a second thought. Why do you think Mother's Day is more valued and looked upon greatly than Father's Day? Father's Day was only brought into the picture because of Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that, oh, that's my mother. They know that your mother is dear to your heart. They know that your children and your wife is dear to your heart. So they're going to promote Christmas. This ain't nothing but money and paganism and stuff they ain't got nothing to do with nothing really. It's just the white man's lust in his gain, his own personal gain. All he cares about is fattening his pockets. You know what I'm saying? By draining your pockets. How many blacks and Hispanics are going to spend money this year just based off Christmas alone? You see what I'm saying? When you shouldn't be even celebrating Christmas. You see what I'm saying? Christmas, it brings hell to your household. You know how many houses catch on fire yearly because of a damn Christmas tree? Because of all them damn lights you got going around the house and around the ceiling and up and down the fireplace, and you got all these types of rain, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You got Santa's big ass coming off the damn rooftop. You know what I'm saying? You got all these electrical, you all the electrical mishaps and accidents and fires all this year. You know who else catch out big this year? It ain't just Walmart. It ain't just Nike. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just Jordan. It's also the fire department. The fire department. They make much money around this time of year. It is all because of your ignorance and your refusal to change. You see what I'm saying? It's all because You feel what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics, they fatten everybody's pockets. They line everybody's pockets up with money. When you look around, all we're living in is poverty. You see what I'm saying? We live in poverty as a nation. Because we put our money into iPhone. We put our money into Christmas trees. Instead of putting our money where the Most High can multiply it. You pay your tithes to a pastor, you know what I'm saying? He's going to bless himself. A pastor is going to bless himself. He's going to bless himself with a, with a new Rolls Royce, with a brand new pair of Gators, you know what I'm saying, with a the $2,000-$3,000 suit, and it's all coming off of your dime. You know what I'm saying? It's all coming off of your pocket. And you sit there and you just let it happen. Because you know why? Our people are so destroyed that we pay for a good time. When we do get some money, we put our money towards weed and something and material thing that you think is going to make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? When none of that weed, Percocets, Molly Percocets, and all that shit, and all that stuff is not going to bring you any type of joy. Christmas is not going to bring you joy. You know what I'm saying? Christmas and Valentine's Day, your man buying you a bouquet of flowers, you know what I'm saying? A bouquet of flowers as big as a scroll. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying just you think it's gonna bring you happiness? No. It's going to bring you more it's gonna bring you more heartache. It's gonna make you more miserable because you're getting something that you don't deserve. You see what I'm saying? You think your child been messing up with school all year, you think he or she deserves a Christmas present? Do you think he or she deserves a new Xbox, a new pair of shoes? You know what I'm saying? You go out there, you spend $160 to $200 for a brand new pair of shoes for a kid who don't even deserve it. You break your back when you don't have to. Why don't you break your back for the Lord? Why don't you break your back for the Lord? Why don't you come into the school, pay your tithes, get your children, get your house in order? You see what I'm saying? You think giving your children what they want will set your house in array? You think giving what your children, you think giving your children what they want is going to make them better people? You think, well, I didn't have a Christmas as a kid. I didn't have a birthday. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't afford it. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm put myself in a position as an adult, as a parent. I want to put myself in a position to where my children never have to experience it. Why don't you put yourself in a position where your children don't even know about Christmas? Where your children don't know nothing about Christmas. Where they have never seen a Christmas tree. Where they have never seen that big old star they got at the top of the tree. You see what I'm saying? The children of the UPK, they know about that. They experienced that. You see what I'm saying? And they're happier because of it. Because their parents are not catering to them. Their parents don't serve them. You see what I'm saying? A lot of you parents, you serve your children. You see what I'm saying? Well, your children should be serving you. Well, your children should be doing what you tell them to do. You see what I'm saying? This sound familiar? You serve your children because children oppress you. Women and children, according to the book of Isaiah says that women and children and women are our oppressors. You see what I'm saying? Children, women and children are our oppressors. And they oppress the man every day. They oppress parents every day. You see what I'm saying? And the only reason why they oppress you because you choose not to serve the Most High God. You choose not to keep the commandments. That's why those children oppress you. That's why you're bowing. That's why they're bowing down to a tree and saying, "Thank you, Santa." Every year, they say, "Thank you, Santa, for this present. Thank you for this gift." You know what I'm saying? When they should be thanking you. They should be coming to you. You know what I'm saying? As their parents. You know what I'm saying? They should be coming to you. They should be asking you, "Why do we celebrate Christmas? What is the backstory of Christmas?" You don't even know it. It's just a tradition of man. You just did it because your mama, your daddy did it, your grandparents did it, their mother and father did it. You know what I'm saying? All the way back in slavery, we used to do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't you know that during slavery, our oppressor on Christmas, our oppressor, our enemy, the white man, Esau, the Bible calls him, used to gift their children with brand new slaves as Christmas gifts. You see what I'm saying? And we still carry slaves with the class. As I'm saying, that's the tradition that we carry on. You know what I'm saying? With that, I'm gonna pass the class over the priest of 500 small mother party. You know what I'm saying? Get mother hand
All right, y'all go ahead and clap it up for Zakaria. Officer Zakaria holding it down. Appreciate that, brother. All right. That's lucky. Let me grab a different chair. Zakaria, what was you going into?
I was talking about Christmas, and I was looking back to the word again.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. I'll talk about Christmas next week. All right. Tonight I want to get a little bit into Armageddon. Okay. So a lot going on in this world. All right. A lot going on, and a lot going on with Putin. A lot going on with Russia. So I just want to touch on some of this. Let me find my article real quick. We can get it on. I need a fan up here. All right. Presets. We'll rock and roll. Bear with me 1 second. All right. Zakaria, if you could bring a fan too.
Oh, good. You want to know this?
Yeah, kind of. I need one up here. All right. I didn't see my article come through, but no sweat. We'll just go. Let me pull this Bible up. Where's our Bible that we'd be using on here, Zakaria?
Oh, you got to type it in the link. That's the link slot. Tag.
Let me just, I'll look in the history real quick. All right, there we go. All right. Go. And Zakaria, Baba Kashai, if you could take over this too. If you just take over it, Salakia. Take it down there. Oh yeah, I needed that. What's out in here? Yeah, the water. Yeah, it's the water. We'll work with it. All right, for time's sake, we can just go to Matthew 10 and 34 real quick, really. When you got that, you can go ahead and read it.
Matthew 10, verse 34.
Mm-hmm.
Think not, let him come to send peace.
Do what?
Think not, let him come to send peace.
See, Christ ain't coming to send peace. That's why his coming is going to come with a war. All right? That's why you see all these things happening in the earth. All these things that's going on in the earth, all these wars and rumors of wars, everything that you see and happening over in with Palestine or Gaza and Israel, all the things you see happening with Ukraine and Russia, these things have to happen. Okay? These things have to happen for when the Lord comes back, for when the Lord gets all his enemies in one area, right? So he says Christ said he's not coming to send peace, but a sword. You see, white people think that Christ is coming back to kiss them and their babies in the mouth. Okay, That's what they think. They think this is about to be just some loving, caring Edomite. All right? He's coming with a sword. All right? Salakia, did I skip? I jumped too high. Go ahead, Salakia. Zakari, continue reading.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
I came not to send peace, but I came to send a sword. All right? Christ is coming back to judge the earth for all the crimes that were committed. You know how many crimes have been committed against so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? Do you know how treacherous our lives have been? And you think that there's not going to be no judgment for that? That there's not going to be no repercussions? That there's not going to be a payment? Well, Christ said he's coming back with a sword because the requirement is going to be blood. That's how we're going to wipe away the stain of everything that has happened to us from these treacherous people on this earth. Christ is going to come not for peace, but with a sword. All right? Give me Matthew 24:3.
Book of Matthew 24, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that he sat upon the Mount of Olives.
Mm-hmm.
The disciples came unto him privately.
They came up to him what?
Privately.
Came up to him privately. All right? Go ahead.
Saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming?
You see, this is how you know this our people, Zakaria. We always want to know what's going on. What's about to happen? We know you know. What's going to happen? Hey, Salakia, sir. How we going to know when the end of the world is really coming? Continue reading.
Saying, and what shall be the sign of thy coming?
Mm-hmm.
And the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus answered and says to them, take heed that no man deceive you.
Take heed that no man deceive you. You see, we out here being deceived by our Christian pastors because we believe that we are saved. That's why we believe we're saved. We don't believe that Christ is coming back for war. We believe Christ is coming back to love everybody. He's going to come back. He's going to hold your hand and he's going to walk through what we got out here. It says, the blue bonnet. He's going to take you by your hand and walk you through a blue bonnet field. That is not what Christ is coming for. All right. So that Jesus answered them and said, take heed that no man deceive you. You see, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're so easily deceived. We're very gullible. We're able to be controlled very easy because we're so gullible. And since we're so gullible, it's easy for these men to deceive us. We have been deceived with this past election because half of us is for Trump, half of us is for Kamala. And everybody is sitting there telling me with how each one of them is better than the other when they both are just wicked, when they both don't give a damn about blacks, Hispanics, or Native Indians, when they both don't have a care in the world for us. So we should not be deceived. So let's stop being deceived by all these philosophies. You so deceived because now you think Egypt, hey, Zakaria, ancient Egypt is America. The Grand Canyon leads to Africa. What you gonna do with that knowledge? Are you gonna stop? Are you gonna stop being a hypocrite with that knowledge? No. Are you gonna stop hurting your brothers and sisters with that? You're not. Okay? We're deceived. We're deceived through this vain philosophy, through these traditions of men, through these religions, through your school system, through your Christian pastor, through YouTube, all right, through everything. We are being deceived. And it said, let no man deceive you. All right. That's why in here we don't get deceived. We're not deceived because we understand the truth. We understand the fight that we have. That's what we all have to do. Understand the fight that we have and how important each and one of us is for this nation. Continue reading, Officer Zakaria.
Verse 5. For many shall come in my name,
Mm-hmm.
saying, I am Christ.
Yep.
and shall deceive many.
Continue reading.
Verse 6.
Oh, let me stop there. I thought I was going to say something else. All right, so it says, "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ." You know, there's many who's coming and saying, trying to lead you away from the truth, trying to let you know that, no, that's not where Christ was. That's not the truth. Continue reading. No. Yeah.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of
And you should hear wars and rumors of wars. All right. We know that Putin has a destructive missile. It's the hypersonic nuke. Zakaria, I think a nuclear bomb just sounds bad enough, right? It has to be hyper supersonic. You got to add that to it. Like, come on, man. We ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about what's going to happen with these other nations in these wars. We hear these wars and rumors of wars, and we just say Most High in Christ. Because the more this happens, the more that we know that our King is coming back to take us up out of these conditions. So we can go back to our land, and we will possess them who have possessed us. Continue reading.
See that ye be not troubled.
Do what?
See that ye be not troubled.
Everybody, you all scared. You ain't. Oh, it's UFOs in there. It's Russian drones. Who gives a damn? You see that you be not what? Troubled, scared. See that you not in fear. All our righteousness what is it? Perfect what? Perfect love cast out righteous. What is that? Cast out fear. I'm paraphrasing. I might have it wrong. Continue reading, Officer Zakaria.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
You see, all these things, they have to come to pass. But that is not the end, brother. That is not the end at all. But these things have to come to pass. All right? They have to come to pass because this is the way that we are going to get up out of this condition. Continue reading.
Verse 7.
Oh, Salakia. All these things have to come to pass, but it's not the end. Continue, Salakia.
But the end is not yet.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
Yep.
And kingdom against kingdom.
See, nation shall rise against nation. Okay? There's going to be some race wars. All right? Kingdom against kingdom. People against people. Countries against countries. All right? These things have to happen. Continue reading.
And there shall be famines.
And there shall be what?
Famine.
You see the grocery store. It's hard for me. In the Manor Walmart, it's hard to get chicken wings. It's hard to get chicken legs. Sometimes we just go in there and get whatever chicken is there. You might have to just get the chicken butt, Zakaria. You might just get chicken. You might only got chicken feet. We go in there. One day it is full of breast. It's full of legs. It's full of everything. I can go in there the next day, and them shelves is empty. All right. Look across America. That shortage of food is real. Okay. Continue reading. Hold on. You said in pestilence? In pestilence, diseases. We're disease stricken. All right. There's a whole bunch of that going on in the world. Continue reading.
And earthquakes.
And what?
Earthquakes.
Where are they at? Continue.
In diverse places.
See, we having earthquakes in diverse places. I believe New York recently had an earthquake, right? It wasn't that long ago. That's a diverse place. New York don't get earthquakes. I don't know if y'all ever been in an earthquake. It ain't fun. All right. I've been in an earthquake and the world shook to me. Okay. It wasn't fun. It wasn't exciting. But it said we're going to have earthquakes in diverse places. We used to see earthquakes in certain places, right? You hear about an earthquake in California, you don't even bat your eye. You hear about it in New York, you're like, what's going on? How the hell did New York get an earthquake? Because it just doesn't happen. All right. Continue reading.
Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrow.
You see, all these things, they're just the beginning of sorrows. That's what you better understand. These things right here are the beginning of sorrows. That's why he said it ain't the end. This is the beginning. All right. What we are seeing happening has to happen. So don't get scared, especially you hearing the truth and you have the hedge around you. You don't have any reason to be scared or fear. Give me verse 11. God.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise.
And what?
Shall rise.
And many false prophets shall rise. All these people out here think they just got all the knowledge and high science. And our people, we go and follow them. We follow polite. Right? We follow who else we follow? Give me some people, Zakaria. You know everybody. Zakaria know everybody that our people follow. Okay? Yeah, no. Who else we following out there? Who we following right now? We follow Sexy Red. We follow Sexy Red. We follow Megan Thee Stallion. We follow Little Dirk. Free Little Dirk. Ain't that what they screaming? Okay. We following. You said what? NBA Youngboy. Y'all follow him and he looks crazy as hell every time I see him. Okay. We follow TD Jakes. Creflo Dollars. Okay. We follow all this manner of nonsense. We follow all these false prophets. We follow men every Sunday who we think are men of God. But they are not. Continue reading.
And shall deceive many.
And shall what?
Deceive many.
You see, that's why we are deceived. That's why we don't know any damn thing, because we are following the wrong people. That's why we're destroyed. That's why we're sitting in the Christian church, falling out every Sunday and then going right after to get a pork sandwich, right? To get that shrimp, crab, and lobster platter. It's just crazy how they just go against the Bible for everything in their customs. Because I was told that pork was the other white meat. I was told that shrimp, crab, and lobster was a delicacy. I remember I didn't even like it. But when I got some paper, I started buying and eating it just so I could show other poor people that I have more money than them. Okay? Continue reading, Officer Zakaria.
Verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
You see, it's going to be a lot of iniquity. It's going to be a lot of problems. All that love that you think a Christian pastor has, all these people, all these false prophets that you think they have for you, it's going to wax cold. It's not going to be there anymore. You think when it goes down, you think your Christian pastor is going to be anywhere by you? No. You know who will be? Commanding General Yohana. He'll be right here with the brothers and sisters in the school, right? Going through it. Okay? Our love in here doesn't wax cold. All right? Our love in here is plentiful. Right? Continue reading.
Verse 13. But he that shall endure to the end.
But if you can endure to the end, if your love doesn't wax cold, and you can endure to the end, you're not saved now. Every Christian thinks, they say, if I accept Jesus in my heart and believe he is my Lord and Savior, I'm saved. You're still in hell. Your lights are still getting cut off. Your car is still getting repoed, right? We're still out here being unalived in the streets. We're still oppressed. We're still at the bottom. Continue reading.
The same shall be saved.
But if you can endure to the end, you will be saved. That's when you'll be saved, at the end. You're not floating up into the sky. You're not meeting him in the heavens. You're going to have to endure until the end. All right? Could drop down to 21.
This is the book of Matthew, 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation.
Love.
Tribulation.
Peace.
Great tribulation.
Joy.
Great tribulation.
Great tribulation. That's what's coming. You think it's just going to be something all great and all spectacular. You think it's going to be a time of joy and peace and love and happiness. It's not. Continue reading.
Such as was not since the beginning of the world.
You see, think of all of the wars that have happened. This one that you're going to see, it's not going to be like any other time in the world that you ever seen. Continue reading.
No, nor ever be. No, nor ever shall be. Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
You see, you know why Christ is going to have to come back? He's going to have to, you know why the time has to be shortened? Because if not, there's not going to be anything left to save. Okay? Because your oppressor, your enemy will just keep doing everything he can to destroy you until you die off. Continue reading.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
For the elect's sake. For the elect's sake, those days are going to be shortened. So the elect don't have to perish. So there's some flesh that can be saved. Continue reading.
I will come. Verse 23. Then, if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not.
That's what they're telling you every Sunday. Every Sunday, every Christian believes what? Who knows what every Christian is thinking every Sunday while they're sitting in their church? Who knows? That what? Well, they believe that for sure. But no. They believe that Christ is in that church with them every Sunday. I sat and watched two Christians argue about their pastor. Okay? He's like, oh, no. He was teaching, he was da-da-da. No, but mine. Because they both think that Christ was sitting in their church, learning. I believe Christians believe that Christ is learning from their pastor. Okay? Christ is not sitting in your church. Continue reading.
Oh, God. Verse 24.
Oh, hold on. But if they say Christ is here, well, Christ is right here, brother. Believe them not. Some fake Israelite is telling you this is where the truth is. Believe them not. Continue reading.
There shall arise false Christs and false prophets.
Yeah.
And shall show great signs and wonders.
You see, this is why people think the Antichrist. They believe it's just going to be one man who comes and he's just doing all these miracles, these great wonders. We see a lot of great wonders from these false prophets. They got a lot of money. That's a great wonder to me when I see you have $6 million coming into your church a year. To me, that's a great sign and a great wonder. I can see that. That looks phenomenal. Because a lot of people don't see that, right? So they're going to show you these great signs. They're going to show you great wonders. Benny Hinn going to swing his jacket. I watch him walk through a crowd swinging his jacket and everybody falling out. They're going to show you these great signs and wonders, but they're going to be vain. They're going to be of nothing. Continue reading.
And show great signs and wonders, and so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
They're gonna deceive the elect. Or when you see them put that 30-foot cross on top of that tree, you're gonna say, maybe that's where God is. I mean, God is blessing them. They got a new building. Or they redecorated. They doing all this. All right. What we got to understand is all that is in vain. Don't let it deceive the elect. If you are in the ISUPK, you are the elect. You are a part of the elect. Do not be deceived when you see people doing things. Okay? Because they're doing that stuff out of vanity, not of the Lord. Continue reading.
Verse 25.
You could drop down to 30 for time's sake.
Verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
Yep.
And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
They're going to mourn. You know why? Because it's going to be go time. Oh, he's going to come out with that great glory, right? Oh, he's going to come out with that great glory and that great power with them 200 million angels. And you're going to understand then. You're going to know. Give me a Revelations 1:7.
This book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, he cometh with clouds.
Behold what?
He cometh with clouds.
See, Christians, this is what you call precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little, there a little. We just read that the Son of Man, right, coming in the cloud of heaven with power and great glory. Then we see here, behold, he cometh in the clouds. All right? He coming in the clouds in them chariots. Continue reading.
And every eye shall see him.
Mm-hmm.
And they also which pierced him. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Even so, amen.
And they shall wail because of him. What does it mean to wail? They're going to cry. They're going to cry out. Christians believe this means everybody's going to be saved, Zachariah. All nations. Because every eye is going to see him. You think every eye seeing him? You think some of those eyes ain't going to be his enemies? It said even those who pierced him. You think it's not going to be his enemies seeing him too? Good night. He's coming in that cloud, in that chariot. Give me Isaiah. Isaiah 13:6. Because you think Christ is coming to kiss you and your little baby on the mouth and hold your hand and talk about he's just how you imagine him. You imagine him some soft, weak, effeminate man. But Zechariah, don't it say no effeminate will enter the kingdom of heaven? So if no effeminate will enter the kingdom of heaven, how the hell is our king supposed to be effeminate? They make Christ just so effeminate and just so weak when he was so much more than that. We defile Christ when we picture him as some soft-spoken white man with sandy, dirty blonde hair and a toga and a scarlet scarf. Don't forget that scarf. Okay? He got the scarf wrapped around. Come on, man. That is not our king. Our king is a warrior who wore warlike apparel. It said he had a garment. We'll get that later. We'll show you what Christ looked like later. Continue. They think the garment down to his foot is a toga. Good night. Continue reading.
This book of Isaiah 13, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Howl ye.
Howl ye. Howl ye. Do you know what it means to howl? You're going to howl. And why? Continue.
For the day of the Lord is at hand.
Everybody asking for Christ to come back. Everybody asking for that. Everybody waiting for that. You know what you're going to be doing? You're going to howl. All right? For the day of the Lord is at hand. And what is the day of the Lord? Continue reading.
It shall come as in destruction.
That's what it's going to be. Destruction from the Almighty. It's not going to be a day of peace, love, happiness, joy. You're not going to get any of those things that day. This is going to be a day of torment, a day of destruction, a day of reckoning, a day of judgment. All right? Drop that. Give me Revelations 11 and 12.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
And they heard a great voice from heaven, saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
You see, there's going to come a time, right, where they're going to tell us to a great voice will say, come up hither. That's when we're going to ascend in those chariots. When it says ascend up to heaven in a cloud, that's meaning a chariot. And our enemies, they're going to behold us. They're going to see that. They're going to know then that you are not garbage. They're going to know then that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are not the trash of the earth. They'll know that then. They're going to know that you are special and that you are God's people. That's why I said, and their enemies beheld them. They're going to look and say, damn, those are the people of God. Not us, right? Let's go to Matthew 24 and 37. And then we'll get back on to how we ascend up to heaven.
24 and 37.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
You see, just how Noah, the Son of Man, Christ is the flood, right? Christ is that flood. And as it was in the day of Noah, you know, continue reading.
I will come. Verse 38. For at the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
And see, Christ is the flood, and the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge is Noah, right? Because that's how they look at us, right? They look at us as a fool. They looked at Noah as a fool building an ark, right? They're like, why are you building this big ass boat for 100 years? It ain't raining like that. So what they're doing is they're eating and drinking. They're having their feast days. They're partying. They're marrying, giving in marriage. They're living their normal life. And they're looking at Noah like he is just some idiot, like he is just some fool. This is just some fool, Zechariah, building an ark. He's outside right now building this ark, just like we're outside. And you're huffing and you're puffing and you're scoffing and you're spitting because you just don't know. You just don't understand. Even though we're trying to give you the understanding. Noah was trying to give them the breakdown. Do you know everybody could have came with Noah? Do you know that it wasn't just reserved for Noah and the 7 clean animals and 2 unclean animals? The 7 of every clean animal and 2 of every unclean. The ark, Noah built the ark for everybody who was willing to listen to the Lord. The problem is nobody's willing to listen to the Lord. Your Christian pastor, he's eating and drinking and marrying, and he's not doing a damn thing to help build this ark that's going to save the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Continue reading.
Verse 39. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
That's how it's going to be when Christ comes. They just, as soon as you shut the door, they're going to be knocking. As soon as it's too late, everybody going what, Zachariah? Banging on the door. They're going to change then, right? Now it's time to change. Yep. Now it's too late. Continue reading.
Verse 10.
All right, this right here, what we're about to read. You said verse what? Okay, no sweat. Like good night. All right, and what we're about to read is why Christians believe in what's that when Christians believe they're gonna float in the air? The rapture. This is why Christians believe the rapture right here. Go ahead and read this, and we'll break it down all the way so you get all the understanding.
This book of Matthew 24, verse 40. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, and the other left.
Continue.
Verse 41. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other left.
Continue reading.
Verse 42. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come.
Meaning, the spirit of this is keep doing what you're supposed to do, because you don't know when the time's coming. And those in the truth, those who really follow God, those are who are going to rise up. Those are who's going to escape this. All right, you want to be taken and not left. And this is not the rapture. That's why Revelations 11 said, I heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither and ascend into heaven in a cloud. Right? Let's see what that really means, that cloud. Give me Isaiah 26 and 20.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 26, verse 20. Come, my people.
Hold on. Come, everybody.
Come, my people.
Come, my people. This is Isaiah. Isaiah's only talking about one kind of people. They're Israelites. Continue reading.
Enter thou into thy chamber. And shut thy doors about thee.
So we're going to rise up. We're going to ascend in the cloud. We're going to go in that chamber, that chariot, and we're going to shut thy door. So when you come knocking, so when we look at, we ain't even going to look out. Because if you look out and you see somebody that you love, you might have to be on the outside with them. A lot of people, when they get in that chariot, they're going to look out and they're going to see somebody they love. You know what's going to happen? They're gonna go out of that chariot. They might lead the truth right there, and they're going to perish and face the same destruction as that person that they love, that they can't let go. Continue reading.
I thyself, as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
See, we're gonna be in there. It's gonna be for a little moment. All right. This is the things that we have to understand. It's going to be as a little moment because what's going to happen is going to be thermonuclear warfare. We're going to have to be saved from that. Continue reading.
Verse 21. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity.
Mm-hmm.
The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain.
And see, in those days, when the Lord comes out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquities, the earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. Meaning, oh, it's going to be rivers of blood running through these streets. And nobody's going to be burying the bodies. That's why I said no more cover their slain. It's going to be bodies laid out everywhere. Okay? That's why we have to be saved. Give me Jeremiah 16 and 14. We have to be saved. Right? And where do we need to be saved from? It's going to tell you right here.
This is the book of Jeremiah, 16, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
You see, we still celebrate the Passover, right? Because the Lord brought us out of the land of Egypt. Come a day, we ain't going to celebrate the Passover no more. We're not going to be doing that. I'm not going to be talking about the Lord bringing us out of the land of Egypt. But let's see where the Lord is going to rescue majority of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And the reason I say majority is because we are all over the four corners of the earth. But go ahead, Officer Zakaria.
But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
The what?
The land of the north.
The what?
The land of the north.
Where the hell are we at? Ain't we in North America right now? Ain't that where we at? We need to be saved from the land of the north, from modern day Egypt. You blackity blacks are right when you say America is Egypt, because America is the house of bondage, like Egypt is the house of bondage. All right, continue reading.
And from all the lands whither he had driven them,
Which are the four corners of the earth, from all the lands he hath driven us. Continue.
and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
Gave unto who?
Their fathers.
What land was given unto our fathers? Israel. Isaiah 14 and 1. This is what's going to happen in the land of our fathers. Christians, heathens, anybody. This is what's going to happen.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
It will what?
Have mercy on Jacob.
Continue.
And will yet choose Israel.
It said the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel, right? Jacob and Israel, that's the same person. Jacob's name was changed to Israel because he wrestled an angel for his blessing. He wrestled an angel all night so hard that the angel had to take his hip out of the socket. He had to take his hip and take the joint out the socket just so he would stop, because he wanted his blessing. That's why we have to fight in this truth. We have to fight all day and all night till our hip is out of the socket for our blessing. Continue reading.
And will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
Mm-hmm.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Yep.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
That's what's going to happen. Those strangers, they're going to be with us. The other nations, you will be in the kingdom of heaven, but you have a place there. Just like we have a place in your kingdom. This is your kingdom of heaven right now. And we have a place right now. We have a place on the bottom. We have a place as your dishwashers, right? We have a place as your garbage men. We have a place too. And when we get the kingdom, you are going to be joined with us, and you shall cleave to us, and you will have your place. Continue reading.
Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Mm-hmm.
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
Shall love them.
Shall possess them.
Walk hand in hand.
Possess them.
Everybody's equal.
Possess them.
We're all brothers in Christ.
Possess them.
Israel shall possess them. Possession means ownership. We are going to take ownership of these nations. Let's see who. Continue reading.
In the land of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
For servants.
For what?
Servants.
For what?
Servants.
For slaves. Continue.
And handmaids.
Ooh-wee. Continue.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
That sounds like Romans, right? Those who lead them into captivity shall go into captivity, right? We're going to possess them in our land for servants and handmaids. And we were their captives, so they're going to be our captives. We will rule over our oppressors. We'll make all the laws. We'll carry out all the judgments as they do today. Continue reading.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day, that the Lord shall give thee rest.
Give thee rest. We need rest. We need peace. Continue. From what?
From thy sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And from thy fear.
Mm-hmm.
And from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
We're made to serve that hard bondage. We've made to serve it in slavery, and you're doing it right now today with your modern day slaveries. Continue reading.
Verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
And say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
You see, you're going to wonder how it all ceased, how it all stopped. Damn, I got something in between. Hold on, let me read. I'll come back to that. Give me Revelations. I gotta go straight there. 18 and 9. Because that great city, Babylon, America, is going to fall. Every empire mainly lasts roughly around 250 years, right? America is about at 249, all right? Continue.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
And they east, and they cast
Slovakia, 18 and 9.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
You see, and those kings of the earth, all these people running things in rulership, right? These kings of the earth, these people who live deliciously with the oppressor, right? These other nations being confederate against us with the oppressor, right? They are all living deliciously. How are they living deliciously? Because they have, you got to go to the Asians to get chicken. You believe only Asians could cook chicken the right way, right? You got to get your gas from the Arabs. They got all the gas. You pay your rent, get your food, your water, your clothing from the white man. So they all live deliciously. They commit fornication with her. Well, they're going to bewail her and lament her, for they shall see the smoke burning, because this place is going to burn from thermonuclear warfare. Continue reading.
Verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, the great city Babylon.
The great city what?
Babylon.
You see, it just said that when we read in the precept, right? It said Babylon is going to cease. And when it says standing afar, they're going to see it like we see it. How are we seeing what's happening in Gaza? With Gaza and Israel? How we see what's happening with Ukraine and Russia? We see it from afar on that TV screen. They're going to be seeing it and be like, damn. And they're going to be well heard. They're going to cry out. Continue reading.
For 1 hour.
For what?
For 1 hour.
How long does it take for America to be destroyed?
1 hour.
It's going to be 1 hour. I can't even get certain places in Austin in an hour, right? And this place is going to be destroyed in 1 hour. Continue reading.
Is thy judgment come? Verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
You see, there's not going to be no more merchandise. Not going to be no more nothing for you to buy. It's not going to be no more trade and export over here. Because this place is going to be burning. People ain't going to give a damn about a trade and the export. They're not going to be living deliciously no more. Continue reading.
Verse 12.
Oh, no. Drop down to 4. Salaki.
4.
Yep. They up there fighting. Good night. Continue reading. Oh no, they can't get nothing through there. Yeah, they can't get through there. Yeah. Yeah, she too wild. Can't nothing get through there.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard a little voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
You see, that voice from heaven is telling us. Right now, the ISUPK is telling you to come up out of her, my people. Come up out of their philosophies. Come up out of their vain deceit. Come up out of their religions. Come up out of their ways. Continue reading.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
You don't want to be partakers of their sins. You don't want to be standing with them when Christ comes back. Continue reading.
And that ye receive not of her plague.
Because if you standing with your enemy, you're going to receive the judgments that your enemies receive. Continue reading.
Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
For what?
Her sins have reached unto heaven.
The Lord hears, the Lord sees, the Lord knows everything that has been done. And that's why it has to be rectified. Okay? It has to be rectified, right? Is that in on that? On 5? Continue.
And God hath remembered her iniquity.
See, the Lord remembers what happened to his children. Remembers what this country did to you. Remember what this people done to you. Hey, can you go in there and pull my article? This should be in the email. I think I got it over there. Oh, no. I sent the wrong thing. No, I didn't. Go ahead. I didn't. It's all right. Yep. Go ahead and read that.
Russia tells citizens to avoid travel to the West and responds to Donald Trump's call for Ukraine ceasefire.
Continue reading.
Russia has issued a travel warning to its citizens. As it said, tensions with the U.S. are teetering on the verge of rupture.
You see, on this verge of rupture, that this war is going to break out, You see, this tension is teetering. It's seesawing. All right. They're gonna tell they try to make this article out to be that Putin is telling Russians not to travel to America because they might get captured over here. But we're not capturing anybody over here who's not criminals, right? So that's not the real reason he's telling us that. He's telling them that because he's ready to send his hyper nuke over here so this place can burn. That's what he wants to do. All right, let me tell you about his missile. So he has created this missile that it'll hit like the ground, but it'd be like a meteorite, and it's about as hot as the sun. So we know a meteorite, it has historically did what? Cause lakes and great bodies of water, right? So a lake in fire is what he's trying to create, the lake of fire. Go ahead, sis. No, I'm talking about Vladimir Putin. Oh, they have a missile called Lucifer. Satan. Good night. I'll look into that and I'll get back on that later. But good night. That's what they're trying to create. You see how our oppressor thinks? You see how vulgar he is in his messages? He lets you know, oh, I got a missile and it's called Satan. Because it's hot and it's going to seek and destroy. Good night. Go ahead and read. Go ahead and read the article.
Maria Zakharova, a spokeswoman for the Russian Foreign Ministry, urged citizens on Wednesday to refrain from trips to the U.S., Canada, and with a few exceptions, European countries over the Christmas period.
Over the what?
Christmas period.
You see? Why are you out there saying, we wish you a Merry Christmas and singing joy to the world? The world is looking to send nukes right to your home. Continue reading.
She said those that travel were at risk of being hunted down by U.S. authorities.
Really? Really? You know who the U.S. authorities hunt down? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Not Russians, not Asians, not none of them. Us. That's who they hunt down. Continue reading.
Quoted, in the context of the increasing confrontation in Russian-American relations, which are teetering on the verge of rupture due to the fall of Washington, trips to the United States of America probably or out of official necessity are fraught with serious risk, Mr. Zakharova said.
Yeah, because after what they do, you're not going to want to be Russian here, right? You ain't going to want to be a part of America on that day. You're going to wish you was back in your country, safe, so-called safe. Continue reading.
She did not elaborate which European countries were exempt from the travel recommendations.
Continue.
Although travel warnings between Russia, the U.S., and beyond are nothing new, diplomats in both Moscow and Washington say the relationship between the two countries is worse than at any time since the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis due to disagreements over the Ukraine war.
Continue reading.
Last month, relations were further strained over the Ukraine's use of U.S. and British missiles to strike deep inside Russian territory, and Russia lowering its nuclear threshold.
You see, America always been like that. They want to be able to provide weapons and to help destroy countries, but they don't want no retaliation. All right? But the Lord is going to create retaliation because we need these wars to happen for Christ's return. Continue.
Both sides also accuse each other of detaining citizens on charges that have no foundation. Incoming U.S. President Donald Trump has urged both sides to agree to an immediate truce, saying it's Vladimir Putin's time to act.
You see, Trump is trying to say, oh, I want a truce. So the ball is in Vladimir Putin's court. Continue reading.
Writing on social media on December 8th, the president-elect called for an immediate ceasefire.
Continue.
Referring to his closeness to Mr. Putin, he added, "I know Vladimir well. This is time to act. China can help. The world is waiting."
Because China and Russia are in bed together. South Korea, Slovakia, North Korea, and Russia are in bed together. Continue reading.
During an interview on NBC Meet the Press, Sky News U.S. Party Network, Mr. Trump would not confirm if he had spoken to Russia's leader since winning the election in November, because he said he didn't want to do anything that can impede the negotiation.
Continue reading.
However, the ceasefire call is the clearest effort so far to resolve one of the world's major crises before he takes office on January 20th, in contrast with the Biden administration, which has made a point of not being seen to press Kyiv for an immediate truce.
Mm-hmm.
Responding to Mr. Trump on Wednesday, Mr. Zakharova said Moscow was not ready to make concessions when it came to Ukraine, and anyone who thought so had either a short memory or not enough knowledge of the subject.
Hey, he said Moscow's not ready to make concessions. Why is your memory so short? Did y'all not just provide bombs that reach deep into Russia? Your memory is short. We're not willing to concede, to make concessions, to roll over. Continue reading.
Oh God. She added that Mr. Putin's own proposals on how to end the conflict, which involves Ukraine not joining NATO and Russia claiming 4 Ukrainian regions, would need to be implemented if there is to be peace. It comes after Russia's spy chief, Sergei Narishkin, said his country was close to achieving its goals with Ukraine. Mr. Narishkin told the official publication of the Kremlin's SBR Foreign Intelligence Agency that Russia had the initiative in all areas, and the situation on the front is not in Kiev's favor.
Continue.
Quoted, "We are close to achieving our goals, while the armed forces of Ukraine are on the verge of collapse."
So what is their goal? Their goal is to recreate the Soviet Union. All right, so there was a time where all those nations, they were as one nation. They were a union. They were the Soviet Union. Then they broke off and dispersed. Well, Russia wants them all back home. Wants them all back a part of Russia. Wants them all back a part of the Soviet Union. And they're saying they're close to achieving their goal because they are building up their nuclear war weapons. And when you have weapons, you have power. When you're able to destroy nations, you're going to have power. And you're going to strike fear, right? There were, I believe it was back in the 60s, they were scared of the atom bomb coming from there, right? They were all scared of the atom bomb. In schools, they taught you how to survive the atom bomb, right? Well, that's what they're saying. They're saying we're very close to our goals because of our weapons. Continue reading. You said what?
Russia initially hoped to rapidly capture the whole of Ukraine when it invaded in February 2022. Their goal has been significantly harder due to Ukraine's strong resistance. However, Moscow has slowly been edging forward in recent months, and Russian strikes across the country continue to kill civilians.
You see, Russia, they're edging forward. They want to take this over, right? They want to take it over, and we need all of this for Armageddon, right? We need this. This is important. And all you people asking about the day of the Lord. All you people have all these desires for the day of the Lord. Give me Amos 5:18. For every Christian that just can't wait. They're going to be eating a pork chop when Christ comes back. All right? And they want him to come back so bad, not understanding this. can read it when you got it.
Oh, this is the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Woe unto you. What does woe mean? Death and destruction. Destruction to you who desire the day of the Lord. What the hell are you even doing in your life that you desire the Lord to come back? You want the Lord to come back while you're prostituting? You want the Lord to come back while you gang banging? While you got the red or blue flag hanging out your pocket? That's when you want him to come back. It says destruction. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Continue.
So what end is it for you?
What the hell is in it for you? What is Christ coming back today in it for you? When he's going to put your head between your ankles. When your head is coming off of your shoulders. Right? What benefit is it going to be for you when you're so damn wicked? Continue reading.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
The day of the Lord is what?
Darkness and not light.
Everybody always claims they died and went to heaven and they seen Christ and he was just some bright light. Right? It says that day of the Lord, it's going to be darkness and not light. Why is it going to be darkness? Because it's going to be a day of destruction. It's going to be a lot of blood spilled in these streets. All right? And give me wisdom, Solomon 5 and 2. It's in the Apocrypha, Salakia. All right, what you got to do, go in the search bar and just type in Tobit, right? And then it should bring up where you could go, and then you could scroll down and find Wisdom of Solomon. That's how I usually do it. It's just faster. Kind of.
Why?
You underbar warrior.
This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. They shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for.
See, they were looking for a white boy in a toga with a scarlet scarf on, right? That's who they thought was coming. But the strangeness of his salvation was they're going to see a black man from the tribe of Judah, right? Named Yahushua Mashiach. Give me those precepts of how he looked.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 13.
Uh-huh.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks,
Mm-hmm.
one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
You see, he had that golden girdle, that war belt that protects your loins, right? Protect your midsection. Continue.
His head and his hairs.
Oh, Salakia, and a garment down to his foot. Not a toga. A garment, warlike apparel. Salakia, now go ahead.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
You see, they were white like wool, as white as snow. Wool being the texture, white being the color. Continue.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire, right? His eyes were red. They're red because he liked to drink wine. Why did he like to drink wine? Because his heart was heavy. All right? Continue reading.
Verse 15. And his feet Like unto fine brass.
Like on the what?
Fine brass.
Brass is a derivative of brown. Continue.
As if they burn in a furnace.
But as if they burnt in a furnace. If you take a penny and burn it right now, and tell me what color it'll be. It's not gonna be what they say olive. Oh, he was olive skinned like an Italian. No. The Italians killed Christ. You know who the Italians are? The Romans. Good night. Okay. I was going to get the one in the Old Testament, the precept, but we ain't going to get that. Let me get Revelations 16 and 14.
Book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 14. For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth.
Continue reading.
And of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty.
To do what?
To gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty.
This is going to be a great battle. All right. That's going to be Armageddon. Where we at?
Revelation 16 and 14.
Continue reading.
Verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame.
Continue reading.
Verse 16.
And that metaphor right there is like, you walk into the truth. They see your spirit. Make sure that your spirit is righteous. So your skirt don't be lifted up and you be ashamed. Continue reading.
And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon.
Called what?
Armageddon.
Ooh-wee, that's a topic of tonight's class. Armageddon. Where was you just at? You read 16 yet?
Oh, I said verse 2 right now.
All right, Most High in Christ. That's the end of it or no? All right. Ooh, let me get. Let me see. No, I'm going to end the class on this one. Let's go ahead and go to Joel. No, chapter 3, Salakia. Yeah, you could just start at 1.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
You see, during our captivity, during our oppression under here, during us being under these oppressors, the Lord is going to bring them to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Right? Continue reading.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel.
Who? Everybody.
Israel.
You see, this is only for Israel. This is where he's going to plead for Israel, his people. Continue.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations.
Ooh-wee. Damn.
And parted my land. Verse 3.
Nope. Drop down to 12.
Verse 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
You see, that's what's going to happen with World War III. It's going to come a time to where all these nations come to one place to fight. And that place right there is where the Lord is going to judge all of the heathen, all of his enemies. He's going to put them all in one place for Christ to come back and destroy them. Continue reading.
Verse 13. Put ye in the sickle.
I don't even need 13. Let me see if there's one more that I want. Let me get Psalms 59 and 5.
This is the book of Psalms. Chapter 59, verse 5. Thou therefore, O Lord God of hosts, the God of Israel, awake to visit all the heathen. Be not merciful to any wicked transgressor.
See, all y'all who think everybody's going to be saved, everybody's just good, everybody's just love and care, it shows you right there that that's not going to happen. Okay? Give me Jeremiah 51 and 20 real quick.
Jeremiah 51,
51 and 20.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
You see, that's what Christ is coming back for. We're going to be right there, hand in hand, helping that. Oh, I pray you understand. And I ain't going to get that. With that, I pass the class over to Precinct Officer Zakaria Ban Yasharala. Let me, I got to introduce a brother like he introduced me. Okay? Give him a hand.
These are the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment found in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashura. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Upcoming holy convocations. The next upcoming holy convocation is a feast of dedication, a Hanukkah, the 25th day of the 9th month, by the space of 8 days, which is Wednesday, December 25th, 2024, for 8 days. This can be found in the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 and 61. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and or scarf. With that, I pass the gas back to Precinct Officer Financial.
With that, we're going to ARMAGEDDON, which means to stand. Give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Mada Shabbat, ARMAGEDDON, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah, Yajamatah, we're going to sorrow. Face the sisters rise. Men of Israel, Mada Shabbat, ARMAGEDDON, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Latam Bashem Yahshua. Yajamatah, dismissed.